brother just has too much money, so he won the lottery. He won the lottery. Okay, there you go.
I don't care if he won the lottery or if he works. I just want to find out about your travel, what you're going to be doing.
I told you, my brother paid for all.
Okay.
Okay. I have a legitimate job. I own properties.
Yeah.
I can buy stuff with my own money.
Okay.
Okay. My brother's a good brother. He won the lottery. He's paying for it.
Okay. Okay. And that's fine.
Yeah. I don't need the why is he paying for it? Why is he paying for it? You know what I mean?
My job is to ask you a
Okay.
question.
I told you already. My brother's paying for it.
Please bear with me. I'm asking you to keep clarifying questions. Have you been to Hong Kong before?
Yes, I have.
When was the last time you were there?
Years ago.
You ever had any problems with the police before?
Never.
How about with us? Customs?
Never.
Never?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Sure you have? You never been searched by customs before? You know, I have access to everything, right? I'm asking you.
Something just seems a little bit off, so we'll go down to customs, check it out, see if there's anything in his bags, and if there is, we'll go from there.
Just in one bag there? You packed it yourself?
Yep. They pulled out a bag full of documents from some lady. That was through a friend of a friend of a friend. The wallet had all of her identification, had driver's license, health insurance, and basically everything but her passport.
I don't know her. I'm not limited.
You see how this is a bit of an issue. It runs into some legal ramifications for taking people's documents across international borders, which you
You
can
give all that to somebody who you have no idea who they are.
My wife is gonna come here and deal with it.
Does she know that you have this?
That's all the information. If somebody even looked familiar to her, would be able to apply for, say, a passport from the consulate. You could actually use her identification, get a fraudulent document. I really need you to be honest with me at this point because I'm getting a little confused about why you're here.
At the mail centre in Vancouver, officers have discovered something concealed inside toys shipped from China.
Smells like steroids.
After a nick test confirms the officers' suspicions, they decide to dig a little deeper.
What do you say we do background checks on these guys and see if this happened before? We did the background check on both the importer and the exporter to see if they have previous enforcement actions with us. What do you got? Well, he's definitely tried this before. Yeah, looks like steroid seizures here. Yeah, one right there too. So it's two. Yeah.
With evidence piling up against the importer, the officers weigh their findings.
And first bag, 102 gram. Second bag,
104.
It's pretty close.
It was just over 200 grams. It's not a huge amount, but it is a unique concealment method.
People have all sorts of creative methods to try to smuggle in narcotics or whatever it may be. I think people just don't realize that we intercept mail, so they try to send anything.
Outbound unit is questioning a testy Canadian on his way to Hong Kong.
You've never been searched by customs before? You know, I have access to everything, right? I'm asking you to see if you're going to be honest with me, right?
28. Full body search.
What did he say? He said that he'd been arrested and conviction. I'm not even sure what he did.
Tacoma were out for a drive when they ended up at the border by mistake.
Well, we made a wrong turn, and we had some medical marijuana with us.
Wrong turn or not, they're crossing an international border, so they'll be examined like any other traveler.
Upon a vehicle examination, there was a strong scent of marijuana. We found a red, it looks like a lunch bag, and inside when we opened it, it was clearly full of marijuana. Is the prescription in your name?
It's in my name. I mean, we both have licenses.
Right. Okay, but how much is yours, is what I'm saying.
We split it.
Even though they have medical marijuana cards in Washington State, you're not able to bring a controlled substance into Canada. Okay, I'm gonna arrest you for having marijuana, okay? You wanna turn around, put your hands in the air? So you're under arrest for smuggling marijuana into Canada, okay? Okay, I understand that you have a permit in your own country, but we don't recognize that permit across state or country lines. The two travelers are each in a cell, they've been arrested, given the rights. So do you want to talk to a lawyer right now?
Depending on how much dope they're carrying, turn their attention to the cargo.
here. We've got the tractor.
Do you arrested smuggling marijuana into Canada?
After taking a wrong turn, this couple from Washington State ended up at the Douglas border crossing with a bag full of medical marijuana.
We don't recognize that coming across state or country lines.
Released from custody.
Where's your problem? They're taking medicine away. What do you do?
One less.
In Toronto, a Jamaican farm worker is attempting to carry someone else's personal documents across an international border.
I don't know her. I've never met her.
You see how this is a bit of an issue?
The officer attempts to locate the mysterious woman.
Hi, this is Canada Immigration calling. Are you expecting anyone arriving in Canada today? Which visitor are you expecting today? Why would this guy have your wallet? So I was able to confirm that she did give it to him, and she was aware that somebody was traveling with it.
Although the documents are explained, the officers still have other concerns about this last-minute traveler.
You want to come and work?
I would come here and work.
Hmm?
I would come here and work.
Okay.
Don't stop.
At the Peace Bridge in Ontario, officers have discovered an anomaly inside an empty container from the States.
It's right behind the first rib of the second tank.
Let's take a look at the hatch. Has anyone climbed up there yet? No. After we identified the abnormality in the second tank, we decided that we were going to attempt somehow to get into it. So one of the first two ribs, we got the lid open and using a mirror and a light, we identified the abnormality. Baffle. It was a baffle in the tank. We released the driver and the load.
At Toronto's Pearson International, officers suspect this Jamaican farm worker may be coming to work illegally during the Caribbean dry season.
You see how all these little things are starting to add up to one big thing? So if the bag exam was finished, and it becomes more of an immigration issue at this point. I just want to make sure I'm accurate with everything. You bought your ticket approximately 72 hours ago. Fair?
Basically.
Your wife just got her ticket on a separate airline. She's coming in at midnight tonight. Your wife applied for a Canadian visa to come here and work. And that's been refused. We ended up finding your documents from another woman that you don't know. Would you agree, from my standpoint, that everything that I've seen and we've talked about seems a little...
You put in the effort.
All right, it's Randy. Subject has come to the truck. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? I ain't my vehicle. I have my lights on. Stop it. Are you all right?
Even with a stockpile of detection tools at their disposal, sometimes intuition is all a border services officer needs.
What brings you to Canada?
What do you do for work?
Wanted to apply for a working holiday program.
Did you?
I did, but I wasn't successful. So I decided to come in as a visitor.
He's made multiple applications for work permits, which were denied. There was something there that made me believe that he is seeking entry to Canada to possibly work, which is why I kept going at him. There is no plan of you coming to work in Canada, right?
No.
You went home to get a work permit, you didn't get the work permit, but you're back here
It
today.
wasn't my fault that I didn't get that work permit.
So you're sticking by the story that you don't plan on working in Canada without a work permit. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
If I find out otherwise, this isn't gonna go down well.
All international travellers must fill out a customs declaration card upon arrival at Canadian airports.
Do you have a deck side to the frame?
Yeah, if you need to be a little more invasive, not a problem.
Let's start with the rivets and then go from there.
Southern Ontario's Peace Bridge
What are you
is
doing
one of
up
North
there?
America's busiest.
I figured that we would show up and kind of test the waters this time around. Come on in. Alright, we just gotta talk about that conviction. Okay.
Do you just want to step outside for a second?
Me? Sure.
We had the female traveler exit the building. We weren't in a position where we were going to disclose to her any of his prior criminal activities.
It says indecent assault. Do you want to tell me what happened?
Martin Heinrich says he's fighting for New Mexico, but when radical DC liberals ask him to, Heinrich toes the line.
Un momento perfecto para escaparse con una oferta increíble en tu Hyundai favorito. Todos con la mejor garantía en América, además de 3 años o 36,000 millas de mantenimiento sin costo. Disfruta más de cada viaje. Apresúrate al evento Hyundai Getaway. No esperes y escápate hoy. Las increíbles ofertas del verano no durarán. Ahora por tiempo limitado, obtén 1.99 de interés por 60 meses en una Hyundai Tucson o Tucson Hybrid. Apresúrate al evento Hyundai Getaway.
Council members for chimpanzees in Buenos Aires,
On his way to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting in Vancouver.
I'm going to take a quick look through your bag. Sure. Is there anything inside of the sharp? Needles, knives, scissors, and nothing. Okay.
With our intelligence department about how they would like us to proceed.
After a baggage examination revealed this Canadian lied on his declaration card, he's suddenly forgotten how much cash he's carrying.
I don't know exactly how much.
If I'm traveling with this much money, I'm gonna know exactly how much money I have. Several thousand.
Yeah.
$10,000 or more?
No.
You can travel with as much money as you want, as long as, if it's over $10,000, you declare it. We're gonna have to count this, okay?
Okay.
If he has more than 10 grand, this pile of bills could get significantly smaller.
With one of America's toughest predators.
Pacific Highway crossing, an American traveler on his way to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting is showing his cards.
How much money were you convicted of embezzling?
$1 million plus, US.
And you were in for 4 years?
Yes. Sentence was 6.
So early for good behavior?
Yeah. My son's an attorney now, so there's an irony about the stuff that I did. He wants to put people away like his old man, and it's okay. I'd rather be on the side of the fence that he's on.
The way this kind of works is if anybody has been convicted of a crime outside of Canada.
For grand larceny, second degree in New York?
Correct.
Okay, so that offense, if that was committed in Canada, it would equate to a certain section of our criminal code, okay? So that's what I look at, okay? So this specific criminal conviction does make you inadmissible to Canada. Okay? So what that means is...
He's traveling back and forth constantly, and he should be familiar with the declaration card. So I fined you, you got a penalty of $250 for the monies. That's the lowest penalty I could give you, okay? But you see, this is the other problem. You forgot about the gold bar.
Okay.
Do you want to know how much this gold bar is worth today? $44.94.
Okay. Do you know how many you own?
No. Don't have to worry about it. I am totally law-abiding. Go ahead and search away. You will find nothing but 2 boxes of ammunition.
Pequeña, Vicarby combate para ayudarle a alcanzar niveles indetectables y mantenerlos, ya sea empezando o reemplazando su tratamiento actual. Los estudios demuestran que seguir un tratamiento para el VIH como se lo recetaron y alcanzar y mantener VIH a través del sexo. Pueden producirse efectos secundarios graves, incluidos problemas en los riñones e insuficiencia renal. Los efectos secundarios poco frecuentes que pueden poner láctico y problemas hepáticos. No use Biktarvy si toma dofetilida o rifampicina. Infórmele a su proveedor de atención médica sobre todas las medicinas y suplementos que toma. Si está embarazada o amamantando, o si tiene problemas renales o hepáticos, incluida hepatitis. Si tiene hepatitis B, no deje de tomar Biktarvy sin antes hablar con su proveedor de atención médica. Los efectos secundarios frecuentes fueron diarrea, náuseas y dolor de cabeza.
No importa dónde la vida lo lleve, Biktarvy puede ir con usted. Hable con su proveedor de atención médica hoy.
I've got lots of guns. You know how many are? No. Officers are searching
Oh, I
the
think she's
trailer
looking for
of an
water.
American gun enthusiast who...
Just do it like this. You check the bolts to see if it looks like it's been open recently. It's a good place to hide.
The traveler's father to corroborate his story.
There are no guns other than...
My friend that I work with.
If I call Brennan, what's he gonna tell me about your trip?
In Toronto, an officer is verifying the reception of a nervous Canadian returning from a funeral in Jamaica.
And I have zero reason to lie to you, Brennan. Absolutely zero reason to lie. Who's coming to pick you up?
That number.
Hold your hand up like this. Shaking like a leaf. Now.
Oh, I'm shaking?
Yeah. Shaking like a leaf. Look at you shake. Look at it. Now, did you do any partying on the trip? A little bit. Did you do any marijuana? Tell me now, or do you want tests?
I did it like once.
Okay, you do any cocaine?
No.
Hybrid home.
Goldfish and chips. Together as one. Goldfish crisps. Light and airy. Totally irresistible. Taste how Goldfish does chips.
People often ask, what's the most dangerous hunt we've been on? And we have to explain that danger is relative. Sometimes it's the animal you're after. Sometimes it's the terrain. Sometimes it's the weather conditions. And unfortunately, sometimes it's human nature. Not everybody in the places we hunt has our better interests in mind. No one's here. 45 minutes late this morning. They just didn't show Manuel's not here. So my guy, here's his text. This was last night at 8:58 p.m.
Canada is a top destination for foreign nationals seeking employment.
What do you do for a living?
But not every worker goes through the...
Oh, look who else got one.
I was
Yay.
volunteering in a restaurant, worked a few hours and they give me
What
food.
restaurant?
It was in Walden. It was in Colorado.
Okay. And then today you're coming here for how long?
I would like to stay as much as possible doing volunteering, but
Where are you going to volunteer?
it's a farm in Vancouver Island.
Technically, this traveler does not need a work permit to come and volunteer his time, but it's definitely something that we will check into to make sure that he is in fact not being paid for his work.
Okay, so when you mean you're gonna go to farm work as long as you can, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean exactly?
In Vancouver, the customs vessel search unit is on board an American tug, questioning a crew member about his criminal past.
Have you ever been arrested for a criminal offense?
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I really didn't. I had to plead guilty and they busted down the charges to something like burglary, dude.
When you plead guilty to something, that is a conviction. Have you been arrested for anything else?
I was arrested in Idaho one time.
It makes you criminally inadmissible to Canada.
Joke. It's so funny. Considering you guys are basically an extension of the U.S.
When someone's inadmissible to Canada, they can have the choice to go before an immigration judge, or they can voluntarily withdraw their application to enter Canada. Are you choosing then to leave voluntarily with the tug tonight?
Yeah, roger that.
Okay.
The traveler will be confined to the boat until it departs for Seattle.
not fit properly? Your last name. Can you see the different font? And the pixelation all around the font? That means that this name's been added in afterwards. Heinrich says he's fighting for New Mexico, but when radical DC liberals ask him to, Heinrich toes the line. A massive tax and spending spree causing prices to skyrocket. Heinrich toed the line again. It's time to bring Martin Heinrich home.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Reagan? Into my vehicle. I have my lights on. Stop it. Are you all right? Oh my God, what are you doing? Are you okay? What is going on? What? Are you what? Rolling about, rolling about. What is going on? You're getting off the car and you're coming down the road with somebody in your car. I turn off them.
Where are you going to volunteer?
It's a farm in Vancouver Island.
At Vancouver International Airport, officers are concerned this Spanish traveller may be coming to work in Canada illegally.
Okay, so when you mean you're gonna go to the farm work as long as you can, what do you mean by that? Like 1 year, 2 years, 10 years? And what does that mean exactly?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, if I can stay 6 months, good. If not, 3 months.
And are they paying you at all? Anything like allowance?